This month we're talking about co-parenting with an addict, and there is a question that we should talk about. I discovered my husband's affair and found out that he is in active addiction 4 months ago. I told him to leave and not come back until he has gone through detox, rehab, and left his affair partner. The affair partner is 16 years younger than him and was well aware that he was married with a toddler and a baby on the way. She does not know that he is an addict, and I suspect that they party together because she's quite young. He moved in with her when I asked him to leave. She and I have spoken, and I expected her to back off when I confronted her, assuming that she didn't know about me. But she's not a girl's girl and went the pick-me route instead. My husband's visits to see us are getting more and more infrequent, and it has now been almost a month since he has seen me or our young daughters. I've been trying to get him to negotiate a marriage settlement agreement with me, but he doesn't want a divorce at all and still calls me and says he loves me and he wants to work it out. My therapist says I have to start slowly telling people what is going on because I have been mostly silent up until this point, and I'm enabling him. I want to be free from my marriage, but I also want his affair to end because I fear how she would treat my beautiful daughters if she ever came into contact with them. My husband doesn't take my concern seriously and brushed it off when I told him how cruel she was towards me. Is there any way I can protect them from her apart from praying I get sole custody? I don't need child support to get by, but I'm concerned about him being around them when he is an active addiction as well. Would I face legal repercussions if I contact the mother of my husband's 21-year-old mistress and told her what her daughter has done? Logically, I know this isn't the high road, and I don't plan on doing it, but it has crossed my mind, and I'm curious if it would lead to trouble. Hi, my name is Billy Tarasio. I'm an Arizona family law attorney. I own Modern Law and Women Without Law School, and on my page we talk about family law, and as I said, this month is about co-parenting with an addict. So I certainly feel and hear a lot going on with you, Mom. It sounds like you're really excusing his behavior because of his addiction, perhaps, and also placing blame on the third-party mistress, the 21-year-old, instead of on your husband. Now remember, your husband is the one who made vows, not this 21-year-old. Your husband is the one who owes duties to you and to your children, not her. So the focus on her, I think, needs to shift to focus on him. There's nothing in this post that leads me to believe that she would be dangerous around your children. However, addiction is a good reason to keep your kids away from their father, or to ask for court orders that would have him testing. So whether or not depending on what his drug or alcohol choice is, you might have a different requirement for testing, but you want to ensure that he is clean and sober when he is around your children. So it is, whether or not you file for divorce or you want to move forward with the divorce is completely up to you. I think your obligation is to keep your kids safe and try to disengage from this relationship that is your marriage, which is very hard because it sounds like you really didn't want this to be over. And so perhaps you do a separation, perhaps you file for divorce, perhaps you get the court involved, perhaps you don't. You just have a lot on your plate. And I hope that others who've been in the same circumstance can come in and give this mama some advice and reassurance, because I can tell you legally what your options are. But the fact is that your problem is so much bigger than legality and what's going on there.